next presenter, Simmon Barney. The title of his talk is A Misapplication of Religion, Philosophy, and Mythology. And Simon's special trick is he can lick his own elbow.
It's been said that the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. But what if there was an even greater trick? By cross-referencing details from various sources, I'll show you how he outdid even himself and made fools of us all. As people often do when talking about religion, I'm going to pick and choose my details, pull from unrelated sources, string them together out of context, and jump to conclusions. Buddha said life is suffering. In a world where human trafficking and female genital mutilation still occur, I'd say that's true. War, famine, sickness, death, these overflow the newspapers. Suffering is everywhere. And it came from Pandora's box, along with the other evils of the world. At the bottom of that box, curiously, was hope, which one might say somehow made the rest more bearable. But the box was designed to imprison evil gods. Hope is just another type of deceit, whispering wishful thinking and expectations. And when those are shattered to pieces, the suffering is all the more devastating. Hope doesn't make things more bearable. She makes it all the worst by contrast. The 18th century French philosopher known as Voltaire had this to say about hope: that is our illusion. Buddhism corroborates this by labeling hope as an attachment. It's the attachment to an outcome that may never come. It's only by letting go of these attachments that one can reach enlightenment or nirvana. Now, what if you don't reach enlightenment the first time around? Well, fortunately, if you fuck up in this lifetime, you get another to get it right. And another after that. You're going to keep trying again and again and again for all eternity, which actually could be really awful. But assuming that there is an end to rebirth, the afterlife awaits us. In many religions, it's depicted as a dichotomy, a place for those who did good and a place for those who did bad, heaven and hell respectively. Dante's Inferno depicts hell not as a giant pit of fire, but a series of concentric rings, each one worse than the last, tailored to the specific sins of the fallen. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey took it one step further. Hell is filled with doorways leading to the worst, most nightmarish memories of your own life. A hell custom made for you. These are awful places to be sure, but I remain a little skeptical because people can endure a lot of suffering, even become jaded to it. Like a song on the radio. You may loathe it, but you hear it enough times, you learn to tune it out. Or regret. While you can't change the past, you can eventually accept it. Even grief can be overcome. While there may not be an end to the hurting, you can learn to live with it. What about the victims of abuse or torture? These things could certainly destroy a person, but many persevere. I don't know how. Maybe you can grow numb to it, but whatever the technique, could that be used in hell? And would it still be an effective punishment if you could somehow grow accustomed to it? There's another version of the afterlife in Mormon doctrine. It is a trichotomy. The highest level is the celestial kingdom, where righteous people live together with God and Jesus, yada, yada, yada. There is the lowest level, which is called the telestial kingdom. It's basically reserved for sinners. Be honest. How many of tonight's speakers will I be seeing there? But there's a third degree of glory, as they call it, somewhere in between. And it has a curious title. It's called the terrestrial kingdom. Now this puzzles me a bit because, well, last time I checked, we're all terrestrial beings. I'm reminded of Voltaire's warning that all is but illusion and disaster. And it was Goethe that said, none are more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. What if the devil wielded Pandora's greatest weapon, hope, and pulled off the greatest trick of them all, convincing us that hell is somewhere else, when in fact, it's right here, perfectly disguised.
Thank you very much.